guys, and welcome back to Let's Cook, an edutainment TV program which features international dishes and tips and tricks for cooking at home. Now last week we had some scrumptious seafood menus and, well, featuring things like prawn and scallops and even squid. But today we're going to change it up, do a little something different, but of course it's always going to feature my motto. It has to be
fast, easy and delicious.
Yes!
As you can see here, we have a lot of fresh vegetables in this basket. So you can guess what today's cooking theme is?
Veggies.
That's right. Today we're gonna create two heavily vegetarian dishes. So let's go meatless with our veggie recipes.
Coming right up after the break.
Let's cook.
You can actually make your own mayonnaise at home, but that'll be on another show. So it only took about 5 minutes. You can see that our croutons are nice and toasted. Take some of the same crackers you used, these wonderful Ritz crackers, and I'm gonna put a little dollop of this cream cheese mixture on there.
Let's cook.
Welcome back to our first section.
Main dish recipe.
Today we're going to show you how to make a traditional Caesar salad with a rich and creamy dressing and homemade garlic croutons.
Okay, so what are the ingredients?
Well, let's check them out. For our wonderful creamy smooth Caesar dressing, we have some chopped garlic, a little bit of mayonnaise, a little bit of grated Parmesan cheese, salt and black pepper, a little bit of mustard, lemon juice, and Worcestershire sauce. Now moving over, for our garlic croutons, we have to have some chopped bread. Again, a little bit of salt and black pepper, olive oil, and garlic cloves.
To make the Caesar salad, you need the romaine lettuce. We have to slice and grated Parmesan cheese. Where should we begin?
We're going to combine all the ingredients for our creamy Caesar dressing. So in a bowl, we're going to combine our chopped garlic here. So add it all in there.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Next, we're going to add in our Worcestershire sauce, a little bit of that. The Worcestershire sauce actually in the original recipe is what gave it that little bit of anchovy flavor, even though it's not fish. A little bit of lemon juice.
Lemon juice.
Lemon juice. Give it a little acidity that we need. Here's our mustard.
Mustard.
Yep, mustard. Add it all in there. There we go. Perfect. Oops. All right.
All right.
We have some grated Parmesan cheese. A little more in there. A little bit of salt. And our mayonnaise. If you're feeling really adventurous, you can actually make your own mayonnaise at home. But that'll be on another show. So I already started doing it with a spoon. I just want to mix and stir and make sure that all those ingredients are distributed. Especially with the cheese, if there's any lumps in there, you want to make sure they're all nice and broken up. And you'll see that as we mix it, that dressing gets that nice color in there. That's the mayonnaise, that's everything going together, and that wonderful aroma. Then that's all that's left is a pinch of salt and a little ground pepper. There we go. And again, mix that all together.
And that's it?
That's it. We're done.
That is so quick.
Absolutely. So now that our dressing is done, it's time to go to our homemade garlic croutons. Now to prepare these, you're going to have to do a little in advance. You want to cut up some bread, but you're going to want to cover it in plastic and stick it into the refrigerator a day before. What it's going to do is kind of remove some of that excess moisture from the bread, make it much easier to toast, and also make it much more delicious. So let's just switch here.
Okay.
We have the stove on medium-high heat there already going. We have our croutons, the olive oil, the garlic, and salt and pepper as well. Okay, I think our pan is hot, so we're gonna add in our olive oil.
Olive oil?
Yep, put it right in the pan there for us. Don't need a lot. For the garlic, you actually don't need to dice it, you don't need to chop it. These garlic cloves are quite small, so we're actually gonna fry them up small. And it's actually good because when we separate this from the croutons, it'll be really easy. So garlic goes into the pan. And the garlic is gonna infuse that oil, give it some wonderful aromas and flavors as well.
Oh, the garlics are turning brown now.
Yeah, all that wonderful flavor is now being infused into the oil. We're just about ready. So what we're gonna do now is we're actually gonna take the garlic out of the oil because we don't wanna continue frying it and actually burn it, which will make it all come out really, really salty. So we're gonna take this garlic out. Don't throw this garlic away though, because it's fabulous for using it in additional recipes. I'll give you some tips later on. So now that the garlic's out of the pan, make sure our heat's still on. We're gonna add in this wonderful croutons and toast them up. So you don't wanna put so much in that it doesn't cover the pan, so do keep an eye on it. We're gonna put them in there. You'll notice it'll soak up all that wonderful oil in there. There we go. Just enough. So there we go. And now we're just going to toast these, make them crisp up. They'll get a nice golden brown on the outside, and they'll have that wonderful flavor. Perfect with the Caesar salad. So it only took about 5 minutes. You can see that our croutons are nice and toasted. Put it on a paper towel, and what we'll do is while they're still warm, we're gonna do a little seasoning on there. So there we go. There's our croutons. Thank you very much. A little bit of salt and some black pepper. All right, perfect. Croutons are done.
That was quick.
Very quick. Just set those aside, let them cool down, and we'll move on to building our salad with the romaine lettuce. So now we're gonna add our romaine lettuce. Perfect. Now here's a little trick that they don't tell you in the restaurants. Don't cut the romaine lettuce. You actually want to tear it apart. The reason why is cutting it with many stainless steel knives is actually going to cause the lettuce to brown. So this is a trick for me.
That's really useful to know.
Yeah, so this is really, so you want to have nice crisp lettuce. We're going to take it, take a few leaves in your hand, and you're going to want to rip. And you can see it rips really nicely. 1-inch strips, just like that, nice and easy. You want to give it a try?
Yes.
Yep. You can actually do more than one. So you take a leaf like this, take a couple of them, stack them up, and starting at the stem, give it a rip, and it comes out perfectly.
And don't forget to wash and dry the lettuce before toasting with the salad dressing.
Absolutely, because all that excess moisture in there would actually make the dressing really, really runny. And we want to have that nice, thick, creamy texture to it. Perfect. Well done.
Thank you.
About 1 inch each. Wonderful. There you go.
Can we use other types of lettuce?
Oh, sure. You can use things like butter lettuce and iceberg lettuce, but traditional Caesar salad uses romaine lettuce. And not to mention the fact it's got a lot of health benefits for you. So it's packed full of nutrients. It has a lot of things like vitamin C and beta carotene, which are heart healthy. A lot of nutrients in there. Great for reducing things like heart disease as well.
Besides its crisp texture and slightly bitter taste, romaine lettuce contains a lot of vitamins, mineral, nutrients.
All right, so now that we have this, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put everything together. We have our dressing from before. Now you don't have to add all of it at once. We don't wanna have a Caesar soup, as it were. We wanna have Caesar dressing. So can you hand me a spoon?
Yep.
Thank you very much. We're just gonna add a little, and we're gonna end up just tossing this together. It doesn't take a lot. You can always add more later on, but you can't take it out once it's in. So just a couple tablespoons, just to start off with, and a little bit of the grated Parmesan cheese. Yep, there we go. Just a little in there, and
choosing romaine lettuce for today's menu is really the perfect match.
oh, absolutely. So we're just gonna give this a toss. There we go. And as you toss it, that dressing will begin to coat all the lettuce leaves in there. All right.
And then we're gonna add the
Yep,
crouton?
we most certainly will. Now we just add a little of the croutons. Don't add all of them though, because we're gonna want a little left over. Actually, you can feel them, they're really crispy and crunchy. They add a really...
Can I taste it?
Yeah, absolutely. They add a really nice contrast in terms of the textures that you have in there. Eating food's not just about the flavor, it's also about the textures when you're eating it. All right, so I'm gonna set these aside. And to make this really the traditional Caesar salad, you have to use a wooden spoon and fork to serve it. We're gonna take this wonderful salad, put it into the dish there. Thank you. There we go, right in the middle. Ooh, wow, look at that. More there, pile it on. You can see that this is probably enough for about 2 people, eh? Or if you're really hungry, like Lita always is, 1 person. So once we have that in there, we're just gonna finish it off. I'm gonna add a little more of the grated Parmesan, just a little. A few more croutons as well. And actually, let's put some sliced Parmesan there, break it up a little. Some fresh Parmesan. Here's a little trick I told you about the garlic. We're just gonna put a little on there. Just a couple.
It looks so delightful. I can smell the Parmesan cheese. Can I try now?
Absolutely. Get a crouton, get some lettuce, little Parmesan cheese in there.
Yeah.
There you go. Really creamy, you can taste all those wonderful flavors there.
Yes, this crispy lettuce and creamy sauce really goes well with the crouton.
Well, we hope you enjoy it. Don't go away because we still have more coming up on our vegetarian menus right after the break.
Let's cook.
Welcome back to the show and the Cook It Yourself menu. Today it's actually been inspired by Lita.
By me?
By you.
Whoa, why is it? What is
You
it?
remember, let's say about a week ago, we were at that cocktail party and you were just stuffing your face full of all those little cocktail treats. Remember what it was?
Ah, I know what it is. Crackers, right?
Crackers, right on. Crackers are an easy way to create some delicious snacks, perfect for putting vegetarian toppings on top of it. Now today we're actually going to look at 3 different toppings, all of which are really easy to make, but delicious to do as well.
So let's start with the easiest topping crackers, which is cheese crackers apple.
Absolutely, and it's really easy to make because all you need is crackers, cheese,
and
apple. Oh, and you can also have a little maybe parsley or even mint for a little garnish on the top.
Yes.
So to start off with, what do you do?
What do I do, right? So first you need to slice the cheddar cheese.
You can really use any types of crackers you want. I think these are actually happen to be, look like Ritz crackers.
So I'm gonna cut it in half to fit.
Ah,
crackers.
here, I'll take those from you and start putting them on a plate over here for you. And then
we have to top with a slice of apple.
Slice of apple.
Each.
A little bit of parsley on there.
We will garnish with our parsley. So would you like to show me another topping?
Absolutely. I'm going to call this my parsley and lemon cream cheese with cucumber. It's a fantastic topping, easy to make, really, really good as well. So we have some chopped parsley here, you can see, cream cheese, some fresh cucumber, and a little bit of lemon juice as well. A little bit of mint leaves or parsley extra if you want to add it on the top. I'm gonna take my cream cheese, add it all into my bowl. Now it's a lot easier to work with cream cheese if it's at room temperature. Otherwise it's gonna be really hard. You're gonna be working at it, working up a sweat, huh? Now I want just about a teaspoon of lemon juice. And then what I want to do as well is add in some of this beautiful parsley that I have here. Not all of it, because we do want to save some of it. So I'm just going to sprinkle it in there. That beautiful green color, nice and fresh. So you can see here, it's nice and creamy.
Okay.
All right.
Good to go?
Good to go. So what I just need to do now is just slice up some more of these cucumbers. Nice long slice, just like that. Cut them diagonal.
In half?
Yep. So you can see here I have this wonderful slices of cucumber. I'm going to take some of the same crackers you used, these wonderful Ritz crackers, and I'm going to put a little dollop of this cream cheese mixture on there. So just like that. We're going to take this beautiful cucumber and place it right in the top like that. Ah, look at that. Almost like a cucumber sailboat. And now we just want to be able to sprinkle some of what's of the leftover parsley on this. Just get a little sprinkle on there. I can see you there.
So what is our last topping?
Last menu of our dishes is bruschetta.
Bruschetta. Is
Yep.
it Italian?
It is. It's a very classic Italian appetizer, and it's really simple to make, but very, very delicious. Some simple ingredients. We have some fresh basil, some chopped red onion, diced tomato, crushed garlic, a little bit of salt, black pepper, and some olive oil. So we'll start off with our lovely tomato.
Ooh, I love tomatoes.
And then we're going to add in some of our chopped garlic as well. The red onion for us.
Red onion.
Red onion is a lot better than the yellow onion because it's a much more mild flavor, a little more sweeter, not as potent. Yeah, there we go. We're going to add in some of the olive oil.
All of them?
Yep, put it all in there. Mix it around. So we just need a pinch of salt.
A pinch of salt?
Yeah, a pinch of salt. There we go. And a little bit of ground black pepper. Now I'm just going to set this aside for a second because I want to add in the basil at last. So we're actually going to take some of these leaves here. I'm going to take them off the stem because we don't want the stem of the basil because it's going to be quite bitter. I'm going to chop them, but this is going to be really fun. I'm actually going to roll the leaves. And you can see that when I cut these, I'm getting these wonderful long, thin ribbons of basil. And you can smell. You can just smell that wonderful aroma coming up there already. And that's really going to give that bruschetta just that wonderful flavor in there. So we're going to take all this wonderful herb and add it right into our bowl, just like that.
And then mix them?
And mix together. Doesn't take much, a little bit of mixing. There we go. And our bruschetta topping is done.
It's done.
Now I'm going to choose just a little different types of crackers here. We're going to use one of these larger water crackers, which is perfect because bruschetta, quite heavy, it's got a lot of juice in there as opposed to some of the other ones we've done. So we're going to put this down on our board here, and you're just going to spoon some of this wonderful mixture onto each one. A little bit there. I know you love tomato, so I know you're going to love this.
Thank you.
All right. Make sure it goes around. Don't worry if some falls off. It's going to be a little messy, but it's going to be delicious. Now what we're going to do is going to take one whole leaf of this basil and just put it right over the top.
Right over the top.
Perfect. All right. There we go.
There we go.
And now you have it. Bruschetta crackers. Now I come to the best part of our day, the taste test. So which one are you going to try?
I'm going to try with the tomato one.
I think I'm going to try one of these cucumber ones myself.
Alright.
It's really good. The wonderful thing about making these vegetarian crackers is you can put any topping you want on there. If you want to change something, add a little something, it's up to you. You can create something which should turn out truly exceptional. I'd love to talk more, but as you can see, we got a lot more crackers to eat. Plus, we still have 3 words a day coming up soon, so just remember, don't go anywhere. Apple and cheese crackers, parsley, lemon cream cheese with cucumber, and of course, bruschetta.
Let's cook.
Welcome to the Let's Cook classroom.
As always, we will introduce you 3 words that are related to cooking.
And the first word of the day is romaine lettuce, otherwise known as cause lettuce. Now, this particular variety has been cultivated for over 5,000 years, probably one of the oldest cultivated lettuces in the world. It comes in a tall head with sturdy leaves and a thick rib down the center. Here's a little trick that they don't tell you in the restaurants. Don't cut the romaine lettuce. You actually want to tear it apart. The reason why is cutting it with many stainless steel knives is actually going to cause the lettuce to brown.
And the second word is crouton.
Yeah, crouton. Now, crouton actually comes from, and is derived from French. It's pieces of bread which have been cut usually into small cubes, toasted or even fried in a pan to make them nice and crispy. They add lots of texture and flavor to things like salads, great as snacks or together with soups. Wonderful to have. Now we just add a little of the croutons. Don't add all of them though, because we're going to want a little left over. Actually, you can feel them, they're really crispy and crunchy. The last word is cracker, and is typically a baked good made of flour. It comes in a variety of seasonings and sizes and shapes as well, and it's great for, as we had our cracker toppings, or even using for dips and snacks. You can really use any types of crackers you want. I think these are actually happen to be, look like Ritz crackers. Well, we hope you enjoyed this vegetarian menu today. You can see it's really easy to change up all these wonderful dishes, add in your own ingredients. And if you're not a vegetarian yet, well, this is a great opportunity to add this to your repertoire.
Try out our fast, easy, and delicious menu. You will definitely love it.
And as always, we always want to see what you guys are doing at home, all the success stories and seeing what you're making. So please take a photo, put it on Instagram with the hashtag Let's Cook TV Show so we can see it, post it on our Facebook and Instagram as well. We'd love to hear from you.
And if you want to see our food recipes and our past shows, you can simply visit to our official website, letscook.com.mn.
You can also watch us on the Let's Cook TV live streaming online at MITV via your mobile or tablet device.
Thanks for watching and stay tuned for our next show.
Let's Cook!
To make a Caesar salad, you need the romaine salad. So where should we begin?
We're going to combine all the ingredients from just. I'm just thinking, I'm seeing them laughing over there. Almost there. A little more. Just a moment. Just like in the restaurant. So we're going to take this wonderful, Welcome back to the show in the Cook It Yourself menu. And this, if you want, diced tomato. Can you speak English? With a really big, thick
Let's cook.